Simeon, the second son of Jacob and Leah, entered the world with a name that foreshadowed his tumultuous life. Simeon means hearing or he has heard, a poignant choice considering Leah's hope that her husband would finally favor her after bearing him another son. From his early years, Simeon displayed a fiery and impulsive nature, a stark contrast to the more contemplative personalities of some of his brothers. This passionate disposition would shape his actions and ultimately seal the fate of his tribe. Growing up in the patriarchal household of Jacob, Simeon witnessed firsthand the complexities of familial relationships. The rivalry between his mother Leah and her sister Rachel, Jacob's favored wife, created an atmosphere of tension and competition. This environment likely influenced Simeon's character, fostering a sense of resentment and a desire to prove himself. Little did he know that his most defining act would be one of both vengeance and consequence, forever etching his name in the annals of his tribe's history. The defining event of Simeon's life was the massacre at Shechem. This brutal act was sparked by the rape of Dinah, Simeon's sister, by Shechem, the son of a local chieftain. Enraged, Simeon and Levi devised a plan to avenge her. They demanded all the men of Shechem be circumcised as a condition for Dinah's hand in marriage. The men of Shechem agreed, but weakened, they became easy targets. Simeon and Levi slaughtered them, sending shockwaves through the region. Their actions brought shame and ignited a cycle of violence. Jacob, horrified by the brutality of his son's actions at Shechem, rebuked Simeon and Levi. He recognized that their act, while driven by a sense of familial loyalty, was ultimately an act of wanton cruelty. He foresaw the long-term consequences of their actions, fearing that the surrounding nations would seek revenge for the massacre. In a prophetic declaration, Jacob foretold that Simeon and Levi's descendants would be scattered and dispersed amongst the other tribes of Israel. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. These words, heavy with disappointment and premonition, sealed the fate of Simeon's tribe. No longer would they be a united force, a cohesive entity within the larger Israelite nation. Instead, they were destined to be dispersed, fragmented, their identity diluted as they were absorbed into the fabric of other tribes. The prophecy of Jacob cast a long shadow over the tribe of Simeon. As the Israelites journeyed towards the Promised Land, Simeon's tribe steadily dwindled in number. The census taken in the wilderness, as recorded in the Book of Numbers, paints a stark picture of their decline. While other tribes boasted tens of thousands of fighting men, Simeon could only muster a fraction of that number. Their diminished ranks stood as a stark reminder of Jacob's prophecy and the lingering consequences of the Shechem massacre. Upon finally reaching the Promised Land, the tribe of Simeon received a relatively small and undesirable territory, sandwiched between the powerful tribe of Judah to the north and the unforgiving desert to the south. Simeon's inheritance lacked the resources and strategic importance of the other tribal territories. This further contributed to their decline, limiting their ability to grow and prosper as an independent entity within the Israelite Confederation. Lost in the wilderness, the disappearance of a tribe. The passage of time did little to improve the fortunes of the tribe of Simeon. As the centuries passed, they faded from the biblical narrative, their identity becoming increasingly obscure. The once proud tribe, descended from the fiery Simeon, had seemingly vanished, their fate a mystery lost to the sands of time. The Bible offers few clues as to their ultimate fate, leading to much speculation and debate among historians and biblical scholars. Some theories suggest that the tribe of Simeon was gradually absorbed into the larger and more dominant tribe of Judah. This assimilation could have been a result of intermarriage, shared territory, or simply a matter of survival for the dwindling Simeonites. Others believe that they may have migrated beyond the borders of ancient Israel, seeking refuge or opportunity in distant lands, their tribal identity fading with each passing generation. Seeds of Simeon possible migrations and diaspora. The lack of definitive information regarding the fate of Simeon's tribe has led to intriguing theories about their possible migrations. Some scholars speculate that descendants of Simeon may have journeyed south into the African continent. Their path could have mirrored that of other Israelite groups who sought refuge or established trading outposts in Africa. This theory finds resonance in certain oral traditions and cultural practices observed in some African communities, hinting at a possible connection to ancient Israel. Others propose that Simeon's descendants might have migrated eastward, becoming integrated into Jewish communities in Persia, Babylonia, or even further afield. The Jewish diaspora, with its history of forced migrations and voluntary relocations, provides a plausible context for the scattering of Simeon's descendants across a wide geographical area. These theories, while lacking definitive proof, offer tantalizing glimpses into the potential fate of the lost tribe of Simeon, scattered like seeds across the ancient world. The Lion of Judah's Shadow, Assimilation and Absorption. Perhaps the most likely scenario for the disappearance of the tribe of Simeon is their gradual assimilation into the powerful tribe of Judah. As close neighbors sharing a border, interactions between the two tribes were inevitable. Over time, intermarriage, shared cultural practices, and the political dominance of Judah likely led to the erosion of Simeon's distinct tribal identity. The Bible itself hints at this assimilation, with some biblical texts referring to cities in Simeon's territory as belonging to Judah. This blurring of tribal boundaries suggests a gradual process of integration, with Simeon's descendants eventually becoming absorbed into the larger and more powerful tribe. This process, while rendering Simeon extinct as a distinct entity, ensured the survival of their lineage within the broader Israelite community. Remembering Simeon, symbolism and significance. Despite their disappearance from the historical record, the story of Simeon and his tribe continues to resonate within Jewish tradition. Simeon, the fiery and impulsive son of Jacob, serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked anger and the lasting consequences of vengeance. His story reminds us that even actions taken with good intentions can have devastating and unforeseen consequences. The scattering of Simeon's tribe also serves as a powerful symbol of the fragmentation and resilience of the Jewish people. Despite facing persecution, exile, and assimilation, the descendants of Jacob have endured, their identity preserved through faith, tradition, and a shared history that transcends geographical boundaries. Simeon's legacy, though marked by tragedy and disappearance, ultimately speaks to the enduring spirit of his people. Lessons from the lost passion, forgiveness, and unity. The story of Simeon, though tragic, offers valuable lessons for us today. It underscores the importance of tempered passion and the need for forgiveness and reconciliation. The cycle of violence from the Shechem massacre reminds us to seek peaceful resolutions. Finally, Simeon's story underscores the strength found in unity. By embracing our shared humanity, we can create a more just and compassionate world. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.